This Donald Murray, or Donald S. Murray, he was brought up in Lewis but bides in Shetland now. He had a long career teaching at the school in Stornoway and Benbecula before coming to Shetland and working there. More recently, he's turned to full-time writing. He's a Gaelic speaker, but mostly writes in English. He's scrived a bra bit of poetry in a number of books, both factual and fictional, short stories and novels.
So, I saw mean for said was ich Uncle Lisa was sabbath on the Detroit boxing, it's the boxing ring. Was ik een nieuwe on the Detroit. So I saw, when sadness hits, it's sometimes like the fist of Joe Louis, Sugar Ray, those hard men of Detroit who dodged and swayed within the boxing ring. The unexpected swing of loss and grief, rocking flesh and soul in a way we can't believe.
He was brought up in Southdale, a pretty village in Ness at the tip of the Isle of Lewis. It had a strong storytelling tradition. This shows out a screed of separate skills, including the Campbell brothers, or Balaich a boxer, Alistair, Norman and Donald Campbell, who wrote no just poetry, but prose and drama. Their legacy lives on today in young screevers like Katrina Lexi Campbell. Yet, to an extent, it was there in Donald's family and all. His Uncle Dolly was wont to write poems as well as often comical church sermons, well kent for their wit and insight. His brother Alan wrote a book about the sinking of the Annie Jane in Battersea. It could ging back yet further. Among his forebears is Langs, and a family it's kent for their storytelling skills in North Uist and ayont. They're MacLean's for Tyree and in his family tree. The storytelling skills of that family has been plain to see for centuries, for Gaelic bards of the past to the likes of Earth Kent writers like Alistair MacLean, the author of many thrillers, and Shauna MacLean our recent decades. Even the Gaelic singer and comedian Norman MacLean were wrote in both Gaelic and English.
The only thing I can say in the way of encouraging creative writing is go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
But that is my kind of revelation about the creative impulse.
He was blessed as well to ging to Cross Primary School, where the head teacher, Charles MacDonald, noticed his talent for scriving for a young age. He was wont to gie Donald jotters and asked him to fill these. And he entered Donald's work in competitions, winning prizes for Brook Bond and the SSPCA. He even wrote a piece on my home tune Stornoway for the Dandy, when he was still very young. So, writing's been in him for many a year. But at around 20-year-old, when he wrote in Glasgow and then gid to the university, he started scriving short stories for Chapman, the Scottish Review and Radical Scotland. He even had a morning story on Radio 4. He does the short story forum links will to Gaelic and to life in Biddy communities. A lot of short stories focus on Biddy tunes. This is seen in Ireland and as well as Canada, where they're the natural forum for writers like him. But he's stretched his skills for Dan, scriving novels and non-fiction. He's scrivet 4 novels. The first, and likely the hardest, was As the Women Lay Dreaming, about the Eilean disaster. He wrote another about the Bain Lomond in a Veil o' Mist, which has connections to Tolstoy, where he had relations. Then there's The Call of the Cormorant, about a man for the Faroe Isles who thought he was the Duke of St Kilda, which is a bit more mysterious. And most recently, he scrived a book about the Metagama and the Marloch, and the emigrants for the Isles in 1923 and 1924, and how they got on in America. That's called The Salt and the Flame. When he was a pretty boy in South Dell, he had nae lipness sick in a career. Sounded I told him Dan that he'd be the author of novels and other books, he'd have thought that they was out of thy mind.